The chaos erupted under a haze of prom night lights, glittering streamers, a pulsing DJ beat, and a sobbing teenager in a tiara, clutching her corsage as federal agents wrestled her date beside a toppled chocolate fountain. I stood frozen across the dance floor, clutching a parking stub for a limousine that never arrived. That limo wasn't meant for a high school prom queen. It was reserved under a federal contract for a visiting dignitary, a young prince named Malik. And yet, it had been hijacked by Linda, our HOA president, who decided her daughter, Brittany, deserved the royal treatment. Now, I was left explaining to two stone-faced agents why their VIP was stranded while a sequined gown defiled the leather seats of a secure embassy vehicle. 3 hours earlier, my front lawn in our quiet suburban cul-de-sac was bathed in the golden glow of sunset, the kind that makes every house look like it belongs in a real estate ad. I was the logistics point man for Prince Malik, a 17-year-old envoy attending a youth economic summit downtown. My job was straightforward: confirm the route, greet the driver, and slip back into my normal life as a homeowner in Willow Creek. But Linda had other plans. From across the street, I saw her golf cart screech around the corner like she was chasing a bank robber. Before the black stretch limo could even park, she was out, waving papers in the driver's face, her daughter Brittany trailing in a neon pink dress that screamed prom night ambition. By the time I sprinted across my lawn, the driver looked shell-shocked. Linda was barking orders, her voice sharp enough to cut glass, while Brittany climbed into the limo, snapping selfies. "Linda!" I shouted, breathless. She turned, eyeing me like I was a stray dog. "Oh, Tom," she said, her tone dripping with disdain. "Why are you ruining my daughter's moment?" "That's not your limo," I said. "It's a federally booked transport for a foreign dignitary. You can't take it." She laughed, a sound that could curdle milk. "You mean the diplomat who didn't show? You were late, Tom. My daughter's prom is more important than some politician's kid. We've got photos booked at the Rose Garden." The driver shrugged helplessly. She said she was authorized. Showed me documents. I spotted the paper's HOA letterhead with Limousine misspelled as Limousine. Linda had forged them. Before I could argue, the limo pulled away, Brittany waving like a pageant queen from the sunroof. Linda called out, "Enjoy your little meeting, Tom. Book earlier next time." My phone buzzed at an embassy line. I answered, already sweating. "Where's the vehicle?" a voice demanded. I stammered through an explanation as they tracked the GPS. Prince Malik had landed early, waiting at the airport with a security detail, while the limo sped toward a high school gym, carrying a teenager who once threw a fit over low-sugar lemonade at the community pool. The limo wasn't just a car. It had encrypted communications, classified documents in the glove box, and a diplomatic emblem on the plates. A black SUV screeched up to my house minutes later. An agent in sunglasses stepped out. "Do you realize what you've allowed to happen?" he asked, showing me live footage from the limo's dash cam. Brittany was pouring sparkling cider on the floor, shrieking, "This beats Vegas." Linda bragged in the background about her HOA poll. The words "diplomatic transport" flashed on the screen, beamed to an international security hub. "Sir," the agent said, "this is a potential breach of protocol. If those kids touch the sat phone or open the glove box, we're talking international incident." My stomach churned. Linda, who once fined me for a mailbox 2 inches too tall, had stolen a vehicle registered to a foreign government. We tried calling her, she declined. I text-edge replied with a photo of Brittany stepping out at the gym, captioned, "Bow down, losers." The agent muttered, "I'm pretending I didn't see that." Police units were dispatched to the prom venue, a glittering mess of fog machines and balloons. I rode along, still reeling. The limo was parked crookedly, Brittany's heel stuck in the grill. Inside, Linda held court by the snack table, boasting to parents about securing government transport for Brittany. An agent tapped her shoulder. "Ma'am, you're in possession of a protected vehicle. That's not just theft, it's interference with international operations." Brittany, mid-photo, yelped, "Wait, this is illegal?" Linda snapped, "We rented it." The chaos peaked as Prince Malik arrived in a backup SUV, stepping out in a tailored suit. He surveyed the scene and muttered, "Unbelievable." A suburban prom had become a diplomatic disaster, all because Linda thought rules didn't apply to her. The next morning, 2 agents appeared at my door with tablets and folders. The limo had been towed to a secure facility, its sat phone and diplomatic seal recovered along with empty soda cans and a glittery hairpin jammed in the USB port. "The diplomatic core is in damage control," one agent said. Expect inquiries and a possible reprimand. I nodded, numb. Linda wasn't just a nuisance, she was a walking crisis. At the HOA office, Linda stood like a general, waving screenshots of Brittany's prom photos. We got 50,000 likes, she crowed to board members. I stormed in. You stole a government vehicle, Linda. It had classified tech. She smirked. It was on a public street, Tom. You can't just slap a sticker on a car and expect me to care. Your prince was late. I held up an embassy report. He was early. Your daughter left before he landed. She scoffed, producing a fake receipt with my address scrawled in marker. The agents later laughed it off as clown court evidence. The story exploded online. Headlines screamed, Prom Queen hijacks diplomatic limo. TikTok videos juxtaposed Brittany's entrance with royal motorcades. Linda's claim that she owned the car because she paid taxes went viral. Brittany leaned into it, posting, How mom got me a royal ride. No cap. Oblivious to the near-international incident. Meanwhile, Prince Malik's family sent a scathing letter to the State Department and our HOA, which Linda framed on the bulletin board with a note, We're famous now. The neighborhood revolted at the next HOA meeting. A resident, Mrs. Carter, stood up. You humiliated us, Linda, and you're acting like we should thank you. Linda smiled. You're welcome. That was when we knew she thrived on chaos. The agents dropped a bombshell. A missing tracking tag and signs of sat phone tampering suggested possible espionage. What began as a prom stunt was now a national security issue. Linda's retaliation was swift. My sprinklers sprayed my mailbox. Code inspectors showed up, citing a non-existent shed. Fake emails accused me of running a private intelligence base. Linda, a former municipal clerk, knew how to weaponize bureaucracy. When a shady investigator appeared at my door, asking about my backyard, I reported it. The agents confirmed he was a hired PI, likely Linda's doing. At the next HOA meeting, Linda stormed in, demanding reinstatement and accusing me of foreign collusion. Prince Malik, making a surprise appearance, shut her down. There is no collusion, he said. Only your mistake, which endangered lives. The room erupted in applause. Days later, agents arrested Linda for forging documents, harassment, and obstruction. She was cuffed as neighbors watched, her daughter sobbing. With Linda gone, the neighborhood exhaled. Kids played freely, dog walkers lingered. I became interim HOA president, implementing transparent bylaws. We hosted Redemption Night, a community gala with Prince Malik as guest of honor. The clean limo, now a symbol of unity, stood proudly with a Rite of Redemption sign. Malik raised a soda, joking, to never trusting HOAs without background checks. Laughter filled the street. Linda faced charges but would likely get probation. The HOA barred her from office forever. Weeks later, I received a package from Malik, a framed photo of Brittany posing with the sat phone, captioned, Sometimes the ride chooses you. His note thanked me for staying grounded. I hung it in my hallway, a reminder of how one woman's ego nearly broke us and how we rebuilt stronger. The limo made one final appearance for a couple's vow renewal, rolling down the cul-de-sac to cheers. Linda's legacy of entitlement was replaced with community pride. We learned that unchecked power can unravel even the quietest places, but standing together can mend it. What do you think? Have you ever faced someone like Linda, whose actions sparked chaos or injustice? Share your thoughts in the comments, especially on how communities can confront bullying and entitlement. Your perspective matters.